Hello all. We'll wait for a few more minutes for everyone to join. Then we'll start the session.
Hello everyone, prep yourselves up. We'll be starting the session in a couple of minutes. Hello everyone. Bonjour. Comment allez-vous? Hope you all had a fab session yesterday. Now, I wanted you all to take a deep breath. Perfect. Gear yourselves up for the incredible session today because Miss Praditi is all set to give you an incredible session on how to build a chatbots and stuff. So I'll just brief you about the topics today. First one is conversation and speech recognition. The second one is conversation AI platforms. In this session, you will be provided with a use case where you will be working on building a web-based chatbot. So good luck. And now I would like to hand over this session to Ms. Pradipti. Ms.
Uh,
Pradipti,
Thank you so much, Meghana.
thank
Hello, all. I hope you got a basic idea of what cognitive computing is and all, right? So, with the help of IBM Cloud, we're gonna build some sort of cognitive applications in the series of this session. And today, we're gonna build a basic application that is chatbot. So, I'll just give you a brief introduction of what chatbot is and uh, how to create a chatbot using IBM Watson, and then we'll be move on to the practicals where you will be building a chatbot for a restaurant to look at the menu and also to order some sort of food from the chatbot. If you are ready, then I'm I'll be starting the session. So please acknowledge in the chat window. All right. So I hope my screen is visible. Yeah. So yeah. So today we're gonna. I already told you we're gonna work on building a chatbot. Now, please tell me, what do you understand by a chatbot? A program that understands messages. All right. Good. Any other Any other responses from the audience? Software app to line chat conversation. Okay, it's an assistant. Facebook pages use it a lot by recognizing speech and questions. All right. Semantic program. A bot that has the ability to understand and respond to human language. All right. All right. So, actually, from time to time, we humans have been trying to gain more and more ways to make our lives simpler with the help of the technology that we have. So, we humans are relying on smartphones, and one of the most popular application in our smartphones are assistants. It could be Google, it could be Siri, all those kinds of assistants. And we have technical giant organizations like Zomato, Starbucks, Lyft, and Spotify are also leveraging this kind of technology on their websites and also on their mobile apps. So as a user, we no longer need to worry about being put on hold. You just type a query and the chatbot will instantly analyze the text and give the appropriate response. So it will be easy for us to order coffee while conversing with a bot rather than clicking on bunch of buttons and searching for the orders manually, right? So for these reasons, chatbots are considered to be one of the best ways to engage with the user. So let's get into the definition of a chatbot. So uh, a chatbot is nothing but a service provided by rules and sometimes artificial intelligence. So you can interact with via chat interface. In a layman terms, a chatbot is a program that interacts with the user on a chat platform. It can be as dumb, that means as fun as you want it to be, and also as smart, that is as resourceful as you require it to be. For example, excuse me. For example, assume you want to buy a pair of shoes from an e-commerce site. Then you can tell the bot that you're looking to buy some shoes, and it would have a conversation with you to gather more details like what brand do you choose, which color, what is your size, do you want sneakers or shoes or boots. So instead of browsing through a website, you'll have a conversation with the bot. So this will minor the type of experience you would have when you go to the retail store. So this is what a chatbot is. Now there are different kinds of chatbots, which are scripted chatbots as well as the self-learning chatbots. So scripted chatbots will have a predefined knowledge base and the technical capabilities that can aptly respond only to the specific in like specific instructions. So in that case, the queries must be aligned with the language programmed in the bot. For instance, if the user asks what the benefits of this software, then the bot will readily answer all the benefits with a link that redirects to more information. But however, if the user asks a more personalized questions, such as what should I do tomorrow, then bot will come with a standard response saying that I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. But the self learning chatbots have the capability to understand anything you ask. So, in case the user asks, what should I do tomorrow? Then the chatbot will understand and come up with a standard response that will make sense. So, right now we have Google, Siri, Cortana, all those things which are self learning chatbots. And today we will be building a scripted chatbot or a rule based chatbot. So, creating a self learning chatbot within a 2 hours is not an easy task. So, let's work on creating a scripted chatbot. Now that you understood what chatbot is, what are all the different kinds of chatbots that you can come across, now let's see why we have to rely on chatbots. So can someone tell me what are the reasons that we have to leverage this technology in our business domains? Okay. Reduce time to respond to the customers. Okay, make the connection between client and provider by asking chatbots, facilities communications with customers. Okay, it's useful for online shopping, improved customer service. All right, so let's see some sort of advantages with the help of chatbot. The first one is accessible anytime. I'm sure most of you are always kept on hold while operators connect you to a customer care executive. So whenever we talk to whenever we want to talk to an customer executive, will be always put on hold. Right. So on an average, people spend around 7 minutes until they are assigned to a person. But if that has been replaced by a chatbot, you no longer need to wait for a customer executive to get connected to you. So it will be available 24 by 7. The second one is handling capacity. If a person is taking care of the customer care operations, then he can talk to only single person at a time. But if it is replaced by a chatbot, then chatbot can talk to thousands of people at a time. So simultaneously, it can have conversation with thousands of people. So that means the handling capacity will be more for the chatbot. And now the third one is cost effective. So once you train your bot, then that will be used for several years. So if you want to have a customer executive for that purpose, you have to train him, you have to give you have to pay salary for him. So that will be some sort of cost. It will increase the cost of the business. So instead of, if you replace it with a chatbot, once you deploy it, then it will run for years together. And then the other one, the other advantage is that faster onboarding. So if you want to recruit an employee for some sort of operations, the training time and the learning time of that person will be some sort of time consuming, right? But if suppose if you put a chatbot on it, immediately you can onboard the chatbot on your business. And the other one is work automation. We humans tend to be very less productive when we are given with a recurrent job, so we get bored doing the same thing over and over, right? But chatbots can now automate such kind of tasks which are to be done frequently at the right time, right? So these are the main uses of a chatbot. Now the question arises, how do we build a chatbot? So there are different kinds of cloud services which will provide some sort of conversation services with which you can build chatbots, and these chatbots can be integrated with the Facebook, it could be integrated with the Slack channel, or it could be integrated with the website. So with any of these platforms you can integrate the chatbot with. So likewise, IBM also providing a conversation service, which is nothing but called as Watson Assistant. So the Watson Assistant service combines actually this Watson Assistant with the help of this Watson Assistant you can build conversational interfaces, and you can integrate that into any of the application, like it could be a device, it could be a channel, and it mostly mimics a human brain. So with the help of a chatbot you can create a user agent or an application which can have a normal conversation like a human conversation. And this IBM Assistant Service combines both machine learning, natural language understanding, and also an integrated dialogue editor to create your conversational flows, so that it will be like a normal conversation between two human beings. So this is with the same chatbot. This chatbot can be integrated with all the other applications, as I said. Now let's see how the architecture of this Watson Assistant be. So if you see on the screen, you have users, you have interfaces, you have an application, and you have some sort of backend system, right? So the users will interact with your application. This is the application. The application can be interacted by users with any of the given interfaces. It could be Slack channel, it could be Messenger, it could be Twilio, or it could be any desktop application or anything. Now whenever user enters any text, the text is assigned to a workspace, so we call it as a dialog skill. And this dialog skill contains all the artifacts that are used to define the conversation flow of an application. So whatever the natural language processing of a given text will happen inside this dialog box or a dialog skill. So you can define multiple dialog skills in a Watson conversation service. Each dialogue skill will be trained to recognize certain concepts, and also to direct the conversational flow that governs the user's interaction. So the conversation service interprets the user input, directs the flow of the conversation, and also gathers the information that it needs. The Watson Conversation Service actually uses machine learning to identify the concepts it is trained for. So, based on what concept it defines, it directs the conversation flow. And to provide the user with information or to gather some sort of additional information, it will be having some sort of knowledge base. Likewise, you can also create you can also integrate other Watson services like tone analyzer, speech to text, text to speech. All these things can also be integrated with the application that you have built. And then the bot response will be again sent to the user. If suppose you want to grab any other sort of information, then your application can be integrated with the backend systems. So for example, if you want to search for the information in the public or private databases, so if you want to grab any information, for example, if you want to integrate your bot with the Wonderground or Weatherground to fetch the weather report, then this backend systems will be integrated with the help of APIs. So this is how your Watson Assistant works. And there are some sort of key terms that you have to know while building a Watson Assistant. I'll explain what are all those terms when we start doing the practicals. All right. So now that you've understood what Watson Assistant is and how the architecture goes, shall we start building the chatbot with the conversation service that we have in IBM? Yes. Now, please log into your IBM accounts. Hope you have already created a Watson Assistant service yesterday. Yes? Am I correct? All right. Only few of you have done the creation. Shall I wait for all of you to complete the creation of service? Should I show you again if you've not? All right. All right. Okay, fine. So I guess you have created the IBM accounts. Chalo then. Okay, fine. So let's first create the service. I actually have a service, so I'll just show you the process of creation. Now whenever you log into your IBM account, you will get landed on a page which looks like this is called a dashboard. So from the dashboard you can navigate to the services which you have created earlier. As it is a new account, you may not find all the services, but you will find a button called create resource, right? So you can create the service, you can create all the IBM services through catalog. So if you click on catalog, you will find an option called services. Click on services, and towards left you can find all the services which are provided by the IBM. From that, I would like to select AI or machine learning. Just select AI or machine learning, and then you will find all the services which are related to AI. So we have Watson Assistant, we have Watson Studio. Don't worry, we will get to know about all these services one by one in the future. In the next few days. So today we'll work with Watson Assistant. So click on Watson Assistant. So is everyone on this page? I'm repeating it again. From the dashboard, click on catalog, select the option services, select AI or machine learning, and then click on Watson Assistant. All right, Muhammad, I'll wait. Click on Watson Assistant. Make sure you give the region as Dallas. All right, you can give any of the region, but most of the services are compatible with Dallas. So I'm asking you to select the service as Dallas. Even though if it is London, then that's fine, not an issue. But I recommend Dallas. And scroll down. If you want to change the name of your assistant, you can change it. Otherwise, you can put the same default one. Once that's done, then this create button will be enabled. Click on create. So as I already have one service, I'm unable to create another service. So once you create the service, you will be landing on the IBM Watson launch page. And first, suppose if you have closed everything and tomorrow you want to open the chatbot service that you've created, and then you have to do that from you have to open that from the dashboard. So please click on IBM Cloud. You will get navigated to the dashboard. Scroll down, you'll find services, and in that services, you'll find Watson Assistant. You'll find Watson Assistant. Right? So please click on that, and then you will be landing on a launch Watson Assistant page. Hope everyone on this page. No need, Firas. It's already created when you have created your account. So I'm just giving few minutes of time. So is everyone on this page? If so, I'll get started with creation. All right. Now, it says it's already launched. Okay, just see in the next tab if it is launched. All right. So now first let me write what are all the steps that we gonna do today. So the first step is creating assistant. An assistant service. So this we have created. And the second step is to create a skill, create a dialog skill. And the third step is to create intents. Fourth step is to create entities. And the fifth step is to create dialogues. Repeat step 3, 4, 5 until the chatbot creation is completed. All right. Now, so before going into that, first let's create till dialog skill, and then I'll explain what are intents, what are entities, and what are dialogues. So please click on launch Watson Assistant. Please click on launch Watson Assistant. Is everyone on this page? I'm making sure every participant is following my lecture. So that's the reason I am keeping on asking the questions. All right, now, so you have two options. One is assistant and one is skill. So I'll talk about assistant once we are done with building the skill. All right, so please click on skill. So in the PPT, I have shown the user input is taken to a workspace or a dialog skill, right? So here we are creating the dialog skill. So here we will be defining all the conversation flow of our bot. All right. Now click on skills, create a skill, select dialog skill. Again, I'm showing once you launch your Watson Assistant, as soon as you launch your Watson Assistant, you will get redirected to a chatbot creation page, the skill creation page. There, select the option skill and click on create skill. Select the option dialog skill. Click on next. Give a name to your skill. As I am working on a restaurant bot, as it's already launched, it didn't get redirected there. Can you please send a screenshot so that I can understand what's actually the problem is? You can send a screenshot through the chat. So please do send a screenshot so that I can assist you. All right. Now just give a name as RestoBot. Now click on create dialog skill. Elias, actually here we gonna create a bot with the help of this dialog skill. So I already told you, here is where our whole conversation flow will be created. I'll tell each and every step of creation of our dialog skill. So you'll understand eventually once we proceed further. All right. Let me see the image. Sorry, I don't understand French. I guess this is a Node-RED. You are opening Node-RED. It's not Assistant. A scripted chatbot for us, not self-learning. It's a rule-based chatbot. You have opened the Node-RED. So please open chatbot. You can find that service on the dashboard. On over, you have please open the chatbot service, the Watson Assistant, not the Node-RED. So in the services, you can open the chatbot and you can find this. All right. Now, let's see what are all those intents, entities, and dialogues are. So first, suppose let's open a website. So I'm just opening our website, SmartInternz.com. So here we'll have a chatbot. Yeah. So agent is offline. Okay, fine. So whenever I open a chatbot, it's loading. Please wait. All right. Anyways, so whenever I ask a question, what are the courses you offer? Just this is the question that I would like to ask. All right. Now, this is considered as the intent. Whatever the question that is posed by a user is nothing but considered as the intent. So all possible user post questions can be considered as intents. Have you understood? Now, entities. Entities are nothing but keywords extracted from the intents. Keywords extracted from the intents. Now, first suppose the user post question is like, what are the courses that you offer? So here, what exactly the user is asking about? What exactly the user is asking about? Courses. So courses could be entity. Now, I'll just say to a restobot. For suppose we are creating a restobot, right? Now I'll just ask a bot to order something. Please order one pizza to the address, to the so and so address. Now, can you say what kind of keywords you can grab from this? Pizza, which is the dish, number, which is quantity, address, which is location. All right. So this is the dish name, the dish keyword, number is the quantity keyword, and address is the location keyword. So now, yeah, order can also be the entity. Now, once the bot recognizes the intent and extracts the entities from it, then the bot should give the dialog, that is response. So intents and entities are extracted from the user input. Dialog will be outputted. Dialog is an output to the user query. So now you have understood. Now I hope you understood what entity is, what intent is, right? So if you are very clear with it, then we'll start building the bot. All right, so now let's start building the bot. Now, first, I want to build a bot. So first, what it is like, whenever user greets the bot should also greet. So first thing that each and every bot will have is some sort of greeting. So you just open the bot and say, hey, hi, I just want a help. Hey, hi, I just need something. That sort of greetings will be there, right? So first we'll just create some sort of greeting dialogue. All right. So now let's create the intent for that. Now, what could be the user intents for greetings? So it could be hey, hi, hello, good morning, etc. Right? Hey, hi, hello, good morning, what's up? All these can be considered as greetings. You can add the values, or you can also upload the intents. So you can just upload the intents with the help of a CSV file, not the XML file. So, and that XML file will not be more than 10 MB. So just create our intents. So let me create, I am creating the intent as greeting. Create an intent and add the examples now. So here I'm adding hi, add an example, hey, add an example, good morning, add an example, good evening. I'll add few of the examples, not all. Yes, related to small talk, the conversation. The conversation that the user can have with the bot. All right, Emin? Good afternoon. All right, now, so we'll talk about entities later. First, whenever user greets the bot, then the bot also should respond back. That will be given in the dialogue. Now just have you created the greetings intent, everyone? Yes. Now let's create the dialogue. So whenever you open dialog, you will find two nodes. One is welcome node and one is anything else node. So whenever I've opened this bot, at the start of my conversation, the bot has replied with some sort of text. Hi there, how may I help you today? Right? So this is nothing but called as welcome response. Such kind of response will be there in the welcome node. So whenever you open the welcome node, you can see the bot is responding with hi, how may I help you? Now if you want to change this, you can also change. I am RestoBot. I may assist you in ordering the food and menu related queries. All right, RestoBot. Now just click on try it. Now as soon as you open this bot, whatever the text that you have entered in the welcome node, that is being displayed. Now what I said, whenever I say hi or hello or good morning, the bot should respond me. Now let me just say hi. It says the word hi is coming from the greetings intent, but the bot don't know what to respond. So whenever the bot is unable to see the unable to respond it with the answers, then the anything else block will be initiated. So if you see, I didn't understand, can you try rephrasing? So whenever bot didn't understand any sort of questions, then it says I didn't understand, you can try rephrasing. Now let's add the dialog for our greeting. Now let's add a dialog node below. Add node below. Give the node as greeting. Now enter the condition. If suppose assistant recognizes intent. So we have created the intents, right? Whenever the assistant recognizes the greetings intent, then replace with hey, hello, how may I help you? How may I help you? Now just try it. Hi. Now it detected the question is from the intent greeting, and then it responded with the response, hey, hi, how are you? This is coming from the greeting dialog. Now, did you understand how to create intents and dialogues with respect to the intents that we've created? Until here? Right. All right, Neela. All right. Now, yes, this is the first node, just the first node. So we have to create more number of nodes to have the whole conversation of a restaurant bot, Mohammed. All right. Now, whenever I give good morning, again, it is giving with the same reply, hi, hello, good morning. If I say good afternoon, the same reply is being generated. I don't want this. I want a generic reply for each and every word that I say. For suppose if I say good morning, my bot should greet with good morning. If I say good afternoon, my bot should greet with good afternoon. So now for suppose if I say good morning bot, how are you? All right, this is the question that I want to ask. This is the intent. This is the intent. Now from this intent, I grab the entity. So here my entity could be good morning. Now, whenever my bot recognizes the entity good morning, then it has to respond with good morning. So now let's create the entities for good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. So I told you entities are grabbed from the intent only, right? So this is the intent. Whenever this intent is like received, so it extracts the entity, and based on that entity, it gives the response. Yeah, you can create any number of entities from a single intent, Sivar. But right now I'm just considering good morning as my entity. All right. You can create any number of entities from an intent. It's our wish. Now let's go to entities. Now create an entity. You want to simulate the bot? Just click on try it. You have an option called try it. You can find an option called try it from the dialog section. From that, you can simulate the bot. Now click on create entity, give the name as greeting. So remember, entities will be recognized with @ and intents will be recognized with hash. Now I'm creating the entity. Here I'm giving my entity as good morning. And I would like to add synonyms like people may use GM for good morning, or some sort of chat shortcuts like GUD, MRNG, and just click on add value. Now give another entity, good afternoon, good AFTRN, add value, good evening, GUDEVNG. So I have created my entities. So have you created the intents and entities? So if you see here fuzzy matching is nothing but if suppose user gave a wrong spelling, then with the help of this fuzzy matching, the bot will understand what actually the user meant. So have you added the entities, everyone? Have you added the entities? Yes. Now let's write the dialog based on the entities. Now go to dialog, click on greeting dialog. Now here we have to respond with multiple responses, right? So click on customize, select multiple conditional responses and click on apply. Now you will find some sort of options to enter your conditions. So here first you just select it as greeting, click on plus symbol, and also add another condition which is entities. Entities is greeting. It's not and, make it as or. So whenever the bot got any sort of query from intent greeting or entity greeting, then it has to come to this response section. So here I'm entering the condition that if entity greeting is good morning, then here I responded with hey, hi, good morning, how may I help you? How may I help you? Now I just add another response. At entity is greeting and that greeting is good evening. Then I say good evening. Good evening. And add another response. If entity is greeting. All right. So please click on customize. Okay, so I'll just show you, Elias. Let me complete this options, then I'll show you. When the greeting is good afternoon, good afternoon, how may I help you? And I want to add another response here other than good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. If any other query has been raised, then I just say, hi, how may I help you? So now just try it. Now, before whatever the greeting I gave, it just gave me a random, a static response, which is hello, how may I help you? Now, let's see whether the responses are changed or not. Now, I just say good morning, and it says good morning, how may I help you? Good evening, it says good evening, how may I help you? And I just give hey, it says hi, how may I help you? Clear? Now, Ilyas, so if you want to add another option, please click on plus symbol, select this as or, and if you just click on that option, you will find whether you want to select intents or entities. Now select entities, and that entity is greeting. So the IBM itself will prompt with what are all the things that you want to select. Now, if you want to add multiple responses, please click on customize, enable this multiple conditioned responses, click on apply, and then you will find some sort of options there. First select it is an entity, and that entity is greeting, and that greeting is good morning, then respond with this dialog, and select click on add response, do that for good evening, do that for good afternoon, and at the end just select the anything else option and write the dialog that you want to respond with. Hope you've done till here. If not, please let me know, I'll again explain you. How many of you have completed till here, or did you get stuck somewhere? If you have stuck somewhere, just let me know, I'll help you out. What was the error, Salim? One minute, I'll send us. Okay, all right. Now, so if you start now, let's see what could be the other conversation that I can have with my bot. Now I greeted the bot. It said it will help with menus and orders. Now, what is the question that user might ask the bot according to the restaurant's perspective? It could be about menu. It could be about order. It could be about price. It could be about reservations, or it could be about offers. All right. Now, all these things can come under. It's not case sensitive, Hadil. So even though if you give in uppercase or lowercase, not an issue. All right. Yeah. So so many of the things can come into the picture, right? Now I want to create a bot for the conversation only for menu as well as offers. But I didn't understand the meaning of what huddle. Okay, the test is failed. Just refresh the browser and just see. When I wrote greeting hello, not hello, all right? You got an error, or the response is not given. Actually, it should not throw an error. It should say, I didn't understand your phrase. You should not get an error. That means, have you given hello in the entities intents? If you have given hello in the intents, then anything can be taken into the consideration. See, I have given good morning in caps, but it has taken. So it's not case sensitive. Yes. So I've shown you the fuzzy matching, right? So fuzzy matching is to handle the typos, Sivar. I'll tell you, Firaz. I'll tell you. Now you'll understand when to use the intents and entities, all right? How can I specify the entity in a condition? So have you added multiple conditional responses? If so, then just select the option. If you just click on that option, you'll find entities, and then it will only suggest the prompts is good morning. Just select that. That's it. All right. Now let's go to the other thing, which is inquiry. Inquiry. So user might inquire regarding what are the offers, what is menu, what are today's special items. Can you please provide me with the menu? So these are the questions. Let's suppose I'm talking about only offers and menu, and you'll have n number of queries like uh, is reservation of table available. These could be the inquiry, right? Right. For now, I'm just focusing on offers and menu. So these are all the intents. Now, from this intent, the entity could be offer. From this intent, the entity could be menu. From this intent, the entity could be special items. From this intent, the entity could be menu. So now, if suppose there are n different kinds of entities in an intent, then you have to go for entities. Hope you understood, Firas. Eventually, you'll understand. Don't worry. When creating a skill, it doesn't auto-save because I exited that menu and couldn't find it. No, it will get auto-saved. It is purely auto-saving kind of thing. Now let's create the intent for inquiry. Go to the intent. Just click on create intent. Give the name as inquiry. Inquiry. Now create an intent and add the examples now. What is today's menu. Do you have any offers? Do you have any offers? What are special items for today? So these are the do you have discounts? These are all the user post questions regarding inquiry, right? Now from this intents, I would like to consider entities. So have you created the intent for inquiry? Have you created the entity? I mean intent for inquiry? Everyone? Yes. Now let's create entities because we have different entities from these intents, right? So one is offer, one is menu, one is special items. All right. Now let's create entities for that. Click on entities, create an entity and name it as inquiry. Create an entity. Now add the value. So the first one is menu. Add value. The second one is offers. So you can add synonyms as discounts. Add value. And then you have special items. Add value. So from intents of inquiry, I have grabbed the entities as menu, offers, and special items. So did you complete with the creation of entity? With the creation of entity inquiry? Yes. Now let's get into the dialog. Go back, click on dialog. Now here, add another node below. Click on that dialog box. Now here, give it as inquiry. Now select the condition as the intent is inquiry plus the entity is inquiry. It's not and, just put it as or. Whether the user input is from entity or intent, now respond with multiple responses or multiple dialogues. To do so, click on customize, click on multiple condition response, click on apply, and then you will find this option. Now click on if the intent inquiry is, this is intent. If the entity, I'm sorry, if the entity inquiry is offer. Now I would like to write what are all the offers that are available in my restaurant. So you can directly click on this settings button, give it as 30% off on vegetarian food. Click on add response and make sure you set the response as sequential because all the responses will be shown at a time. Add a response. %% off on non-vegetarian and 30% off on fast food. Let's save this. Save it. Now let's check the bot. Click on try it. Just say, do you have any offers? Yes, you can do that, Ahmad. Like if you have any sort of database for the restaurant, then you can connect to that database, and then from that database, you can grab all the data regarding it. So this is a static response. So as this is a basic bot, I'm just showcasing you how to create a static responses. But with the help of Cloud and DB and all, you can store all the offers for different days, and from those from that DB, you can fetch onto the bot. So did I add intense offer? Do you have any offers? Yes, I do have written it. Entities, inquiry entity. We have menu, offers, and special items. Watson is training. I'm sorry. Just let that get trained. It'll work. Just wait for a second. So it's getting trained. So Watson is still getting trained. So let me write offers. At entity inquiry is offers. Do you have offers? Why is it not happening? It's get trained. It's getting trained. Let's wait for a few more seconds. Yeah. So it needs some time to get trained. So let's wait. Yes. So once this option is like cleared, then you can get the relevant answer. All right. Yes. So it's working for you guys, right? So let me please wait for a few seconds. Before that, so have you seen? Okay, Hadil, have you seen the try it option over here? Just click on try it. So it says the Watson is still training. So that's the reason I'm unable to load the responses. Hi, how may I help you? Do you have any offers? Still getting trained. Okay. But you have seen the output, right, everyone? Oh, it is showing only one response at a time. All right. So then you can just click on settings. Just delete this. Scroll down. Click on add response. So we are adding the responses here itself, right? So do not add there. Click on other responses. So I'm just closing it for now. I'm just discarding the changes. So for suppose here you want to write your responses. So please click on settings. 30% off on vegetarian. And I would like to add another response. Scroll down, click here, then another response will be added. Give that 10%, and then delete these responses here. Scroll down, add another response, click here, save it. Save it. Now try it. So here you have 3 texts. So click on try it. Oh, it's still training. Offers. It's working for you, right? So you have seen the output, right? Yes. So it is irrelevant because the Watson is still getting trained. That's the reason it shows irrelevant. Yeah. So once the training is completed, then you can see the response. All right. Yeah, that's what Hadil. Our Watson is still getting trained. So please we'll give some time for that Watson to get trained on. So the other participants have seen the output. I hope you have seen that, right? So how many of you completed this? Yeah, Malik has completed that. Hamza has completed it. Salim, Aziz, Firaz. Yeah, good, fine. So now let's go with another response, which is menu. All right. Now click on add response. Here I want to add some sort of menu. So here, if the entity inquiry is menu, now click on settings, give the response with an image, give the response with an image. Now click on a browser, just search for any of the menus from browser, restaurant menus. So let me give this menu card as my menu card of my restaurant. So just right click on it, copy the image address, copy the image address. Make sure the image address has .jpgr or png at the end. So this doesn't have .jpg or png at the end. Copy image address. Yeah, it has .jpg. I'm just copying this source and pasting it in the image URL. Now I'm just adding the title as here is your menu. Now just click on save. Now try it. Give it as menu. My Watson is still getting trained. So let me refresh it so that the variation of responses depends on the entities and intents that you have configured, Elias. Watson is still training. Is it working for you? I hope it is working for all of you, right? Yes, that's really good. Now I already have created a bot. I'll just show the responses in another bot. So let me launch it again and I'll show the other bot. It's still training. Yes, even here it's still training. So here, whenever I click on try it, so I just say, do you have offers? Now you can see 20% off on veg, 10% off on non-veg. Now whenever I ask for menu, it gives the menu card. So did you see the menu also? Did you see the menu as well? Yes? That's good. Fine. Now we have special items, right? Yes. So here, what I would want to show is, so I want to show a list of options. So for example, whenever user asks for, do you have any special items? All right. Now I want to show it in the form of options like chicken wings. Uh, can you please name some items? Chicken wings or chicken 65 or nuggets. No, you cannot, Muhammad. Nuggets, something like that. So let's add these three. All right. So now, yeah, anything. If you want to add any of the food items that you know, you can add it. I only know Indian food items. All right. Now add response. If the entity enquiry is special items. Now click on settings. Here, give it as options. So here the title I would like to write is click on the option to know the price. Click on the option to know the price. Now I'm adding the label. So the first label I want to add is, what is it? Chicken wings, right? Yeah. Chicken wings. And I want to give the label as the value as chicken wings. And then I'm adding another option, which is nuggets. And this is also nuggets. And I have chicken 65. All right. So what is this list label and value? So this list label is the thing which will be appeared on the screen for the user. Whenever whenever the user clicks on this label, then the value that will be considered as an input to the bot will be value. So if you are very familiar with HTML or so, we will be using buttons, and whenever you click a button, some value will be returned. Have you ever seen that? Like if you're familiar with HTML, so whenever you click on a button, another value will be triggered. In the same way, here also, whenever user click on chicken wings, then chicken wings chicken wings value will be returned. All right. So whenever this value is being given to the bot, it has to give the response for it. But let me show you whether these options are showcased or not. Now please click on save, click on try it. It is still training. My bot is still training. Just give it as special items. Let me check in the other bot. Give it as special items. Now you can see chicken wings, pizza, hot dog has been showcased. So this is another bot that I have created before. My bot is right now is not getting trained. Okay, Hadil, I'll just tell you. So here you have settings button, right? Please click on that settings. There, select it as option. Now add the values. All right. Don't worry. You just try the flow And once it gets trained, you'll get the outputs. Not at all an issue. Now, have you seen this? Like, are you able to see the options? Yes? All right. So whenever user clicks on chicken wings, then it says 87. User clicks on, again, just put give special items. Whenever I click on pizza, it is giving me as 32. Right? Now, how is this value getting returned? That is, I have added these special items as entities. So now you have to add these items as entities. It's still training. Yes, Akram, it will say it is not irrelevant. It is not relevant. The reason is you have not added any response for that, right? Have you added any response? So this is another bot that I have trained on before. So to show the output, I'm using this. That's it. All right. Now you have to train the bot with these special items. So whenever the person clicks on that, something should be returned. So that will be given in the entities. So go to entities, click on create entity, give the name as special items, and whatever the options that you have added for those special items, add the same options here, which is chicken wings. The other one is nuggets. And the other one is chicken 65, right? Now you have added the entities. Now let's go to the dialog. Here on the inquiry, click on the child node. On the inquiry, please add the child node. And again, in this child node, select the entities as special items and customize the options to multiple conditioned responses. Apply it. Now, when the entity is special item and that is chicken wings, now the price of chicken wings is 40 dinar or 40 rupees, or it's your wish. It's your own currency you can use. And add another response. At entities. No, you cannot add it in the new entities for us. The reason is actually you are showing the response from you're taking the input from the response. All right, so that response should be triggered in the next node, but that next node should be the child node. You cannot directly give it in the same node. If so, then it will keep on searching for the special items from the start itself. All right, so whenever all right, now when the special items is chicken 65, the price of chicken 65 is 30 dinar. And you can add that for the other one also. The entity special items is nuggets. The price of nuggets is 50. Now just try it. Now just try it. Now see, just give special items. So here I'm not getting it. Let me show you the output in the other bot. special items. So it gave the options, click on that. Then whichever the response that you've written now, that will be showcased. So I'm getting it as 87 as I have written it as 87. So let me go to the dialog and change that statements. Yes, Marvin, I'll just show you now. So in the dialog node, just close it. Here you have an inquiry dialog right there. Click on those three dots, click on add child node. Whenever you add the child node, a child node will be added. Click on that. You can give it as the name as inquiry child node. Now select if assistant recognizes special items, then go to customize, click on multiple conditional responses, apply, and write all the conditions and the responses that you would like to trigger. Now once that's done, just try it. Hope you've done till here, everyone. How many of you seen this response? If you have stuck somewhere, just let me know. I'll again help you out. Yes, we have created a special item entity, Amar. So in that special items, whatever the options that we have given in the options response, those items are taken as entities. SST is nothing but speech to text and text to speech, Hadal. So those services will convert our speech to text and text to speech. Don't worry, once this is done, I'll also help with that speech to text and text to speech services. So now, have you done till here? Yeah, it is still training for me also, but I'm showcasing the output from the other chatbot that I've built before. It's taking so much of time for getting trained. Actually, it should take minimum less than seconds, but the server is like heavy. I mean, the traffic on the server is heavy, maybe, so that's the reason it's taking time for getting trained. All right, Hadil. Yeah, now we are done with the inquiry. So we have seen what are all the menu and what are all the special items and what are all the prices for menu and special items. Now comes the order. So first of all, you have to create an intent for order. Now the intent for orders could be, I would like to order. I would place my order. Take my order. These are the examples for ordering. Now go to intents. go to intents, create an intent, give that as order. Now click on create an intent. Now give the examples as take my order, add an example, or please order, and add another example, which is can you order. So I'm just adding 3 examples. Have you added the order entity? Have you added the order entity, everyone? Yes. Now, let's don't talk about entities now. Let's directly go to dialog. Now, here, you're just talking about I would like to order, place my order, and take my order. These are the intents that user is asking. But here, user is not mentioning about the dish or the quantity or what mode of payment. He's not mentioning anything, right? And also no location. Now it's the time for bot to ask the question. If suppose user just says please order, then the bot should ask what is the item that you would like to order. And also once you give the answer, for suppose you say pizza, that should get stored in some variable, and then it has to ask what is the quantity, and the answer user answers, let's suppose it is 2 plates, then that should be stored in another variable, and then it should ask mode of payment, and then he will say that whether it is UPI or card or anything, then that should be stored in a variable. And like that it can ask n number of questions, but right now I am moving with only 3 of this. You can also add location as well. Now once that's done, then the bot should respond with your order of variable dish of quantity, variable quantity is placed, please pay through the variable payment. All right, so whenever the user is not giving any sort of information, and your bot should take care of the questions. The bot should gather the information from the user, so that information gathering will be taken care by slots. Now these answers or the information that is being provided by the user will again become entities. So this is an entity, this is an entity, and also this is an entity. So let me first create the entities for items, create the entities for number, create the entity for mode of payment. All right, so now just go to your bot. We have created the order entity, right? Now click on order intent, right? Now click on entity. Here create an entity which is items, create entity items, and give the items name as noodles, burger, American, chopsy, something like that. I've just added only 3 items. So you can add all the items that will be available in the restaurant. Now I've added the entity of items, right? Now I'll be adding the entity of plates. So here the numbers should be given from 1 to infinity, right? But it is not possible for us to give all the number entities manually. So we have system entities. So please click on system entities and turn this system number on. Have you done till here? Have you understood what I'm gonna do now? Did you understand this conversation? Yes. All right. Fine. Now I have added the entities for items, numbers, and let's add entity for payment. So have you turned on system number? Yeah, that's what Hadil. So here you cannot give the, sorry, you cannot give the numbers entities from 1 to infinity, right? So if it is dishes, we can give what are all the dishes available in the restaurant. But the numbers, you can take 100 plates, you can take 20 plates, you can take 800 plates or something like that, right? You cannot see. So the system number will have all the values lying between 1 to infinity. You cannot see that, but that system number will have the values ranging from 1 to infinity, Akram. All right. So system number, please switch on it. My entities. Now click on create entity. Give the entity, create an entity for payment. Click on create entity. Now select it as UPI or card or COD, cash on delivery. Add value. Have you added these values? Have you added the entities payment items and system number? Yes. Yeah, please do it. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for you. I have used UPI. Actually, in India, we have UPI payment, we have card payment, and as well as we have cash on delivery. So, what sort of all payments do you have? You can put all those things. Hamza. All right. So I'll just show you, Akram. Just click on system entities. Click on system entities. There you have something called system number. Please turn it on. That's it. Now, once your intents and entities are done, now let's go to dialog. Have you done? Have you done till here? All right. Now, below inquiry, add a node. Now here, if bot recognize the intent order, then if suppose he is missing some information, then ask the information. So click on customize, select slots. So slots will enable to gather the information from the user. Slots are the options which are used to gather the information from the user. So select on slots and Click on apply. So these will be, the slots will be added. Now check for the items. So you have created the entities, right? So if items are not there, if payment mode is not there, if quantity is not there, then the bot should gather the information by asking a question. So entity, item. So you have added the items, right? If items entity is missing, then whatever the answer that will be given by the user is stored in the variable items. So this you can consider it as a global variable, and in assistant it is called as context variable. It is called as context variable. Now if suppose if this item is missing, then it should ask what is the dish you would like to order. Add another slot. If suppose system number, entity system number is missing, then please put it as mention the quantity please. Mention the quantity please. What is the quantity that you would like to order? And add the slot. If suppose mode of payment, entity payment is missing, we take, all right, we offer COD, UPI and card. What is the mode of payment you would choose? What is the mode of payment you would choose? Now, if suppose all the answers are gathered, then you have to give the response. The response is your order of, what is the variable of items? What is the variable name of items here? It is dollar items, right? So your order of dollar items of quantity dollar number is placed. Please do payment through the variable name payment, dollar payment. Now just try it. Oh, it's still training. So the bot will search for any number and yeah, in dollar number. You have to change the variable name. So here you have given it as number, right? For suppose if you want to take the street number, street name, I mean street number or the lane number, then here the variable name will be, let me see, the variable name will be, instead of number you just give it as lane number. So you have to change the variable name, that's it. Understood, Firas? Change the variable name, that's it. Did you understand, Firas? Yeah, fine. Now just try it. Now just say order. It says irrelevant here. So let me do that in the other bot. I'm just clearing this. Now just say order it as so it asks what is the dish you would like to order, and I say I have added chicken. Just enter it. Okay, I'll just see what are all the items that I've added. So noodles. Okay, I'll just give it as noodles. So it is asking enter the quantity you would like to order. I just give it as 3, and it says we have 3 noodles of payment. We have 3 modes of payment: UPI, COD, and card number. I've just taken it as card. Just enter. Now order of noodles of quantity 3 is placed. Please do the payment through card. So this is the reply that you get from the bot. So just try it and you will see. Just try the bot and you'll see the responses. Oh, it worked. That's really good, Hamza. What about others? Oh, it's working. That's good. Hadil, even mine and yours has some problem maybe. Even my bot is not getting trained. Yeah, even mine is still training. Is there any general algorithms for sequential chat for popular sectors? Oh yeah, yes, I'll show you. Yes, you can. Actually, we have auto AI service with which you can build your machine learning models. So in the back end, these sort of decision trees, different kinds of regression algorithms, and different kinds of uh, classification algorithms will be used. Mohammed, you'll be learning about these in these on the fourth day. So if you have a data set regarding any of the sector, you can directly use it and train it with the Watson. But assistant will not use these kind of decision trees and all. Assistant will make use of natural language processing. So have you seen this output, everyone? Now try giving another input order. Just say it as order. Okay, please place my order. So now it is not taking the information from the user. The reason is already some sort of values are stored in the context variables. So if you are trying to order some more items, it will not take. So you have to clear these context variables. Yes, Akram, I'll just show you the ordered dialog. So this is what I have used in the order dialog. All right, so whenever you try to order another things, it will not we will not be able to order the other items. The reason is some default values are already stored in the context variables, so you have to clear them. All right. So if you see here, whenever I just say please order, I'll just show you. Whenever I say please order, it is asking me some sort of questions. Okay, I'll just say please order. So whenever I say can you place my order, it is asking the question. I forgot to specify the intent in the node order. Okay, okay. All right. Then it is asking a question. I just say paratha. It says what is the quantity. I want to order 3 quantities and I want to use UPI for the payment. And it says order of paratha of quantity 3 is placed. Please do the payment through UPI. Now, whenever I try to give another order, order me, then it is giving the so it giving the same static response order of quantity 3 is placed. The reason is the the context variables has some sort of data in it. Defaultly it is taking. So whenever you want to give another input, you have to delete the context variables. You have to clear all the context variables and then you have to start the conversation. But you cannot open this and clear all the time, right? So that's the reason what you have to do is you have to do it in the child node of a order. So just please click on this order, click on this order, add a child node. Now select the condition as true. Now here click on the open JSON editor and now here add the comment deleted context dot remove the variables. Context variables, I have items. So you have to put this in double quotations, context dot items items, and you have another variable which is number, and also you have another context variable which is payment. So all these things should be in double quotes. So you'll be deleting the context variables once you are out of that node. So if you don't delete these context variables, those will be stored and the static response with that particular context variables will be triggered. Yes, this JSON is to reset the variables every time you come out of that node. There is some context.remove items.
these kind of responses.
Sorry, this will be a single quotation. So I have used double quotations, right? So whenever you enter this, then only single quotations should be. I mean, whenever you enter the note, then with the help of this delete context variable, all the context variables will be deleted. Now just try it. Now just say order, please, and it asks you the questions. Give all the answers related to it, and at the end again you type the order please question and new data will be taken. So at that time you can see all the context variables will be removed. So as my Watson is still training, I'm unable to show you that part, but you please do check in your systems. So I'm just copying and pasting it in the chat window. This is what you have to use. This is my JSON's code. It seems different than yours. What is your JSON code, Akram? Can you please show me? Okay, it shows a small So please copy and paste the whole thing. I've just sent in the chat window. Now, once this is done, you can add a thank you note. So this is how you will be creating a bot. So this is a basic bot. I hope everyone understood how to create a bot and how to use slots, how to use options in creation of a bot, right? Yes. Yes. Let me download this. All right, that's okay, Akram. Not an issue. So here, under this output, please write that delete context. All right, not an issue. Now, let's create an assistant for this. All right. So now you have to use it as an assistant. This is just a skill, right? Now let's create the assistant. So now please go back and select the assistant. Select the assistant, create an assistant, give a name of your assistant. Let me give it as restaurant bot, create an assistant. Now you have to add a dialog skill. So I'm just giving this resto bot as my assistant. Now you will have a preview link here. Copy this preview link and put that in the chat window. Put that in the browser. Now you can talk to your assistant. So hi Restobot, I'll help you place an order. Please provide your email ID. Let me give it as Deepthi at gmail.com. So hello, Pradeepti, your mail ID. So this is another feature that I've added. Now let's say hello. It says with another response. It responds with another response, which is LLO. Then I ask, what is menu? Menu, please. And then it gives some sort of menu. And I would also ask, what are the special items that you have? So it showcases some sort of special items. I'll just click on chicken wings. So it says 87. That means the cost of the chicken wings is 87. And I'll just say, please order. Just click on enter. So it asks some questions like, what is the dish you would like to add order? I just say paratha. And it asks about the quantity. I just say 4 plates. And it asks about the payment. So I just use COD, cash on delivery. Then it says order of paratha of quantity 4 is placed. Please do pay the amount through COD. So this is the assistant you can build with the help of a dialog skill. So we have created the assistant as well. So how many of you have completed the whole chatbot? How many of you have completed? That's right. That's cool. Yes, Hadil, I'll just show it again. So once you've done building the bot, so do you have any doubts? Then you can ask me. Then we'll move on to the text to speech and speech to text. All right, Ilyas, you can watch the YouTube video in the future, and then you can complete the whole chatbot building. Yes, you can, Neela, deploy in the sense like we have already created a assistant here, And you can also integrate this with your Facebook Messenger. You can integrate it with the Twilio account, and also you can integrate this with your web application. So you'll find some sort of APIs. Yes, for light plan, it'll provide some sort of APIs. With that, you can integrate. When I paste the link in the browser, it demands credentials. Are they supposed to be? Yes. You have to first authenticate the browser with your IBM credentials. Please log in through IBM credentials. Akram. So if you want to create an assistant, I'll show you. So go back, click on assistants, click on create assistant. Click on create assistant. Give a name. I'm just giving it as ABC for now. It is asking to create a web chat and also a preview link. So select both the options, create an assistant. Now select the dialog skill that you've created. So this is RestoBot. So I'm just selecting this. And after you've selected that, it will generate, you can also have a web chat. So you'll have a customized UI for it. I'll just show you. I'll just send the documents regarding it. Let me send the documents. So here you can find choose a channel to deploy your assistant. So you can click on add integration, and you can click on web chat or a preview link or a phone. Click on web chat and click on create. So here you can use your home screen. You can also use it as a live agent. If you want to put that in Twilio or Salesforce or anything, you can do it. All right. And if you want to use some sort of APIs, so this is the embed code that you can paste on your website. So this is the embed code that you can paste on website. So with this embed code, you can integrate it with the applications. So if you have an application, I hope you're aware of embed codes for HTML, right? So use this embed code, then that will be integrated to your web. All right. So did you get any insights from the session? Have you learned something from the session? Thanks a lot. So I'll just give you a feedback link. Please give me a feedback regarding this session. Let me share you the feedback link. And as we don't have time, I'm unable to cover speech to text and text to speech. So this is the feedback link.
Praditi, I have shared it.
Sorry?
I have shared the feedback link in chat.
All right, Hemant. So Hemant has already shared the feedback link. So please give the feedback. So if time permits tomorrow, I'll just show you text to speech and text to speech to text systems. But before that, I have a UI for that as well. So let me you have already created Node-RED yesterday, right? So I already created a UI for integrating my chatbot. I'll just show you that UI. So if time permits, I'll also make you complete this UI as well. Hope everyone have created the Node-RED links. And before coming to tomorrow's session, I would give you some sort of YouTube links. Please do go through those links and attend the session so that you will have a nice idea on what Node-RED is and how to create flows using Node-RED. All right. So Hemant, we have YouTube links in our SmartInternz platform. Please do share with the participants so that they can brush up the things. So creation of Node-RED as well as basics of Node-RED. All right.
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to share it now, or should I mail them later?
It's better you mail it now. So I have created a UI for chatbot. So here it's a whenever I say good morning, whenever I submit it, it says hello, good morning. I just ask what is today's menu. Submit it. It will showcase the menu here. Oh. Honor, I didn't tell all those stuff. I'm just showing a UI. That's it, where I have integrated my Node-RED with chatbot. So I'll tell you how to do this tomorrow if time permits. So I just ask about order, please. Just submit it. So it'll ask, okay. Order of noodles of quantity 5 is placed. Please do pay the amount through AUPI. The reason is the context variables are not deleted as my Watson is not. If we have a text of intents and entities that we copy paste and don't waste time on writing. Yeah. Yes. So first you have to create the whole flow, Muhammad, and then you can directly copy and paste all the things that you would like to do. All right. And like that, I've also created a sentiment analysis dashboard. So whenever I click on I am worried, whenever I submit it, it says I am worried.
Sentiment text yang diberikan adalah fear.
So here the text is converted into a speech. So we can also do this. So if I say I am happy, so it is recognizing as
sentiment dari text yang diberikan adalah joy.
So here I'm using language translator, tone analyzer, speech to text, and text to speech services. So this is the flow that I've created for this system. So whenever I take the user input, first of all, it will analyze the tone. Tone analyzing is nothing but it is just analyzing the emotion with which we are talking. So if suppose we are happy, it analyzes it as a happy. If suppose we are sad, it analyzes it as sad. So from that I am showcasing some sort of images. So from here it analyzes the tone, right? So I've used a switch case. If suppose it is sadness, or if suppose it is anger, or if suppose it is disgust, I'm showcasing some sort of image URLs on the UI. In the same way, whichever the tone that is like showcased, I am converting that into a different language, and then the language is being spelled out with the help of text to speech service. So this is the flow that I've created for speech to text, text to speech, tone analyzer, as well as language translator. Anyhow, we'll discuss about these services, don't worry. I'm just showing you some sort of UIs that I've built using Node-RED. All right. So with this, I would like to conclude the session, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have a text of intents and entities there. Okay. Tomorrow we'll not build a chatbot, Mohammed. So
Pradipti, can I share that links on our Telegram group? But now I have joined through mobile, right?
all right,
So it will be
let me search for the links, and I'll just give the links. Let me share the links. Please go through these links. So I'm pasting the links in the.
In this video, I'll show you how to get started with Node-RED Flow.
So I've searched for the links and I've already sent it to Hemant, so not an issue. So please go through these videos to get knowledge on Node-RED. So these are the links that I want you guys to follow. All right. So do you have any questions? You can ask me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Tomorrow we will do some sort of analysis, like extracting keywords from an SMS. So for suppose I got an SMS in this way. You have availed the offer for this Valentine's Day. For us, whatever, see, we are just training the bot with some sort of the intents and entities. All right. So it's getting trained on those intents and entities at the back end. So here, even though you give it as good morning, or in uppercase or lowercase or anything, so those words are getting trained by the bot, which is purely based on ML and natural language processing. If you want to create a bot with the help of programming, then you will use all these programming techniques to process the text, analyze the text, extract the intents, extract the entities through programming. So here we are just giving some sort of inputs, and those inputs are getting trained by the bot. That's it. So if you don't know coding, or if you're not very familiar with coding, then creating bots with these is more easier. All right, for us. Yes, you can do with any sort of programming. So for suppose tomorrow, let's suppose I have a use open 1 2 3 4 5. So from this, I would like to grab some sort of entities. The entities could be what is the offer and what is the coupon. So I'll be training my IBM Watson with the entities and also SMS. So whenever a user enters any SMS or so, these sort of entities will be grabbed and those entities will be showcased on the UI. So instead of you reading the whole text message, as soon as you get a message, then you can integrate a speech to text or text to speech with it, and it will be reading out the message with the entities for you. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow, which is nothing but called as SMS analysis. So we'll be creating a node-RED flow for this as well. All right. So entity recognition mainly. So tomorrow we will be focusing on text analytics, which is entity recognition. All right, guys. So now shall I end the session? You're welcome. You have a good day.
Guys, please do fill the feedback before leaving, right?